We are honored you have chosen to join us as we celebrate our community's child advocates. The Champion for Children Foundation recognizes that our children are our future. Thank you for your generous giving and positive support that allow the Champion for Children Foundation to assist families in their greatest times of need. This evening, we would like to share several of our key initiatives with you, demonstrating how your donations ultimately protect our community's children and strengthen our local families.
Champion for Children Foundation has a reputation of providing preventative services in our community for many, many years. What we do is fairly amazing. Our community has almost a 33% poverty level. So what we're able to do is give some relief to our families when they're facing some sort of a hardship. If it's that they can't pay rent or needing to go and see a medical doctor for their son or daughter. I meet and greet with the families. I sit down with them and make them feel comfortable sharing their story with us so that I can make a better assessment on what their needs really are. If it's financial or connecting them with another community service provider. It gives them the opportunity to have what other families have, a safe home, food and water, basic needs met. I think this initiative gives relief to very stressful situations. We've all been there where we face a hardship, and being able to reach out for help is a very humbling experience. It's difficult, but to be greeted with respect and understanding, that's the beginning to healing, and that's what we're able to do.
Welcome to the Champion for Children Foundation Circle Theater. The Champion for Children Foundation owns the Circle Theater. This is one of its initiatives here in our community. The Circle Theater gives us an incredible, beautiful place to come together and to fellowship. So it's been very impactful here in the community. The money earned for the rentals goes back to the Champion for Children Foundation to help with our mission in the community. It's such a blessing to be a part of a family who is connecting and changing the culture here in Highlands County.
The Circle Theater is a multi-use venue. We have concerts, we show movies, we have parties, we have weddings, we have corporate training events, we did an art show. You name it, we can pretty much do it here at the Circle Theater. When I got to know exactly what the foundation does for the community in Highlands County, that just sold me on working with them and for them and trying to make the Circle Theater like a focal point of the community. We want people to be able to say, hey, it's Friday night, let's go downtown and see what's happening at the Circle Theater.
The Family Resource Center is located in the Champion for Children Circle Theater, and it is a one-stop shop, a one-stop resource. We are very blessed to partner with our community nonprofits in Highlands County that provide some sort of support or a training program. We want your information in the Resource Center.
When someone comes to our door and they have a need, why, I try to determine where we can be of help to them and then put the literature in their hands of organizations that help people with that need. Anybody that's in need, we try to help them. Other organizations who are represented here have some of our literature, and they can indeed pass the word along that we're here and ready to help.
When my daughter, who's born with heart defects, lived a wonderful life, but at age 5, unfortunately, passed away. The money that was given in her memory, the board came to my wife and I and said, what would you like to do? The board would like to do something in her memory. And so they created the Kinsley Living Memorial Fund at that time and asked us what would be the best thing for the money to go for. Usually when kids are really sick, they have to go out of town. We thought the best thing would be to help parents be able to be with their kids. And so it was established to help families with non-medical needs of travel, food vouchers and things like that so they could be out of town with their kids. Kinsley passed away in 2002, that's my daughter, and then Isla came down with colon cancer in 2013, and she battled for a year and a half that I think had a big impact on people to see her bravery and her commitment and her love of Jesus. As she was getting close to the time, they changed the name to add her name, so it's also in memory of Isla, and so it became the Isla and Kinsley Cox Living Memorial Fund. And the definition of what it could be used for changed to also help parents that had serious injuries or illnesses that had kids. I'm grateful mostly for the kids that are helped and the families. It just means a lot to me that those families are cared for.
My sister, when she was 15, she was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma, which is a cancer that attacks the skeletal muscle. So it is really aggressive, extremely malignant, and by the time she was 18, she passed of cancer after 2 relapses. Her last couple weeks of life, it was such a sweet time because we sat in the hospital with her and we planned her funeral and we sang worship songs and we talked about, this isn't it for you. Like this, you're not gonna die in vain. Like, what do you want us to do, in honor of you? She just said, Kate, I want you to help kids like me. And so within a 6 months time after Lindsay passing, we started Lindseys Wish. So basically what we do is we raise money and then we meet the immediate financial needs of kids in Highlands County that are fighting cancer.
David got diagnosed a year ago with leukemia.
One member of your family is, diagnosed with cancer. It's kind of like everybody in the family is affected.
We are grateful for their support, for their prayers, for that knowing that someone out there is willing to help us in case of need and any kind of support we need.
During those rough times, you know that there's people who are there to support you financially and spiritually and are just being there.
I consider this like a safe place. They're hurting or they're in need of something and they could come here and get what they're searching for, and they're not having to worry about what tomorrow's going to look like because every single person involved in the foundation is here to love them like family for sure. So it's pretty awesome.
One of my mentors in life was Judge Clifton M. Kelly. He was a circuit judge for 25 years, and then after he stepped down from being a circuit judge, then he volunteered in the community for 22 additional years. I went to him and said, Judge Kelly, I love you, and you have mentored so many of us in this area. And can we use your name attached to this prestigious award? And he said, absolutely, as long as it's about the child advocates and not about me. One of our very important initiatives is honoring child advocates every year through our gala. And I might add, this is important. We might be the only community that does that. I hope it's coming across to our audience tonight that we sincerely love doing what we do, thanking them so much for their support. Without their support, we don't exist.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Merci.
Tack så mycket.
Maraming salamat po. Thank you.